Hello everyone and welcome to the demo of Sovereign Syndicate, which is a Victorian steampunk RPG with tarot cards instead of dice. And yeah, let's just jump right in and see what it's all about. Atticus daily, Chapter 1, Beggar's Lane. Follow Atticus daily as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. As a WoW player, I'm like, a Tauren. But I mean, it's not just Taurens, obviously, because, I mean, he's a Minotaur. Anyway, let's continue. Archetype selection. Atticus is a prisoner to the voices in his mind, giving in to his vices, surrendering to base urges, or being forced to reflect on a life gone wrong. Which voice speaks loudest? Okay. Animal instinct. Blaming his fiery temper on his Minotaur blood, he embraces intimidation and combat, swearing he has a handle on his vices. Okay, starting attributes +8 in animal instinct, whatever that means, is the sum of your gut feelings, urges to indulge, and efforts to survive at mayhem, brawling, and blackout gin binges. Damn the consequences and let fisticuffs do the jawing. Spryness +5 is in favor of sizing up a situation first. Be wary of rushing in before you know of other people's intentions. Leverage your street smarts for lockpicking, pickpocketing, stealth, and deception. Wit is +2, which relies on facts and cerebral labor to make sense of the world. Tap into your intelligence and learn from your past experiences. An informed mind sheds light on London's troubled surfaces. Major Arcana is Chariot, whatever that means. Trait, intimidating. You can assert yourself without lifting a finger. And we have Spryness. As a magician, he is trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. He is light-footed and nimble for a Minotaur. Now we have something new. We have self-discipline. Self-discipline favors restraint over vice. In a world of fiery tempers, cooler heads prevail. Wailing away on the troublesome ne'er-do-wells of London may blind you to the peaceful path. Great charlatan. Stealth and deceit are second nature as you fool the world of London with your cunning and subterfuge. Nice. So far, definitely leaning towards this one. Wit. Rationality suits him in a world that is unforgiving. He meets challenges with a silver tongue and understands basic machinery. Alright, self-reliant. You're well suited to coming up with solutions on your own. Alright. Self-discipline. He grew up in a crowded orphanage using illusory magic to disguise himself as a human. He moderates his urges and keeps a cool head. Illusionist. You've trained in magic to make others see what isn't there. Well, I am going to go with Spryness. So yeah, let's continue. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Oscar Wilde. Very nice. Definitely appreciate an Oscar Wilde quote. A dark shape looms over you. Against the guttering lamplight, the black-shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout in a magic lantern. You can't be sure whether it's a real living thing or another grim manifestation of your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived. Or is it the face of death come to claim you? In any case, the spectre seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alleyway in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, then even at suicide you have failed. Well, we seem to be scraping the bottom of the barrel of life. Atticus, he's coming! Wake up! Get out of my head, you old crone. Atticus Daily. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Try to speak. I like the skill check, 69%. Okay. Hey! Nice. +1 phlegm. Nice. Who are you? Instead of a response, he proffers me a tin-stippled flask. A small kindness. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I should trust this person, so wave it off. Very well then, suit yourself. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of the gas lamps. I can finally see his features in full. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat, complete with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Finery like I've never seen. On your feet now, you sorry sight. Dizzy from the head rush, it's hard to keep my balance. Who are you and what do you want with me? A friend in need of your services. A friend, but a man of his station so deep in the docklands spells trouble. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. The stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Over the years, many a minge bag have come to collect. This barmy naff is no different. Task started. The masked stranger. Pick up your cane sword. Okay. Weary or worse? No matter. Let it be tonight then. Sure? Temperament. Temperament is a representation of your character's mental state, progressing from desperate, weary, content, optimistic to hopeful. Your choices can change your character's temperament. Certain dialogue choices are only available based on your temperament score. Ah, okay. So many outstanding debts and foregone second chances. Is it all catching up to me? -5 hope.
Come now, surely things aren't so dire.
It's up to me, seeing every impulse to an outcome, snuffing out the pleasures of life, should I so desire. What I need is peace and quiet, a place to clear my mind. Yeah, let's go for self-discipline. +1 phlegm.
Not sure if it's peaceful or quiet, but behind that padlocked door you might at least escape the stranger.
Well, I mean, do I want to escape the stranger? With the masked stranger waiting, I'll need my trusty cane sword. Hold fast to your sanity. The chatter of my mind is enough by itself, and now there's a crone chiming in. What is she doing here, and how did she get in my head? Yeah, good question. An evening cane concealing a steel blade in a cherrywood sheath. Below the brass figurehead is a band of crushed velvet. Nice. Battle-scarred with a well-worn handle. And suitable in aristocratic circles. Take the crane with you. I should really keep better track of my belongings, even on a gin bender. Face a stranger or find sanctuary. The masked stranger waits for me at the end of Beggar's Lane, or I could try to escape through the sewers below the warehouse nearby. Not really sure what I want to do. The Illustrated London News, this week's edition. A fleet-footed journalist takes to the East End, underground and undercover. The hard-boiled scoop on the courtesan killer. Who's really behind the murders, and what is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public? Read on for the gory details. This story will boil your blood. Ponder the news. Your inner voices are at odds. When you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humors. Over time, these voices become stronger. Alright. Black bile. Oh, that's why it said phlegm. Okay. Hazards of the job, I suppose. But it's a shame, no one deserves to die like that. Maybe not, but they knew the risks. The East End is an unforgiving place. Sure, let's go with animal instinct. Get some more yellow bile. Or get some yellow bile. Choice is a luxury some cannot afford. And what choice do I have in the matter? There's always a choice, and I've made my share of bad ones. Even so, I turned out just fine. Perhaps I got lucky, or somebody's watching over me. Bollocks, nobody's done me any favors. Why should I go out of my way to help these women? Sure. I'm no police special, but I'll see what I can find. Padlocked door. Explore the world around you to discover helpful items on your journey. East London hides many secrets. Press and hold the Highlight Hotspots button, tab by default, to highlight areas of interest. A heavy door that's blocking my escape from the stranger. There's an oxidized chain and a padlock over the hasp. Should be a soft job, so long as this lock isn't rusted through. Let's break the damn thing. Hands are a bit shaky, but let's have a go. Well, I probably don't want to do too much noise, so let's do spryness. Minor Tarot. To make a skill check, you will draw a card from one of the 4 minor arcana decks. Each deck contains cards numbered from 1, the Ace, to 14, the King. They also contain the World, which will always succeed a skill check, and the Fool, which will always fail, and then reshuffle the deck. Alright. Nice. I'll listen to the driver pins click into place along the shear line, whereupon the plug turns, freeing the hinges. I have +1 blood. I'll just set the lock aside. Perhaps a city engineer will come along and put it back again. I wonder where this passage goes. Away from the stranger is enough for me. Alright. The passage is lined with stone walls damp from the evening fog, and the underground steam boiler used to heat the tenements above. Barrels line the walls and seem to occupy every available space in this underground storeroom. Cane rats scurry and squeak in the corners, kneading at their nests. The air is stagnant, full of dust and mold. A ways off, there's the sound of a pump house at work, no doubt channeling sewage into the Thames. There's a dim light ahead. Perhaps you can find help, or at least a way out of the stranger's grasp.
On your guard now, no telling what's down here.
I've seen the worst of the underground in my days. If trouble comes, I've got my blade and a silver tongue. Alright. So what does it say now? Find a way out. Alright. Find an alternate exit through the underground. Look into the murderers. Are murderers on the loose, and anyone could be a suspect. I should keep my ear to the ground. Alright, sleeping thug. A 30-something cove writhing on the cobbles. Must have had his fill. If he was on guard, easy now to get by him. Or bash his head in, might be safer that way. But he's only chickered beyond reason. Besides, maybe I know him. Can't remember his face, but that's one thundering night terror he's having. Anything in his pockets? Yeah. Sure. Let's have a look. Hey. Nice. Reminds me of how I came up after leaving the orphanage. He won't be needing it. Clearly, he's burning it all on the bottle.
Got some cash. Very nice indeed. What else can we find down here?
Oh, wooden coffer. Red cedar paneled and cornered with iron, a sturdy but time-worn container. No need to break into everything. What am I, minotaur or magpie? I mean, you never know. Yeah, let's do that. Awesome. Bully, that felt right. It's been too long since I broke something. And there's only that gin bibbler who might have heard the noise, but he's too blotto to pay us any mind. Okay. And what great treasure is this? Trousers with a bib sewn across and a pulley zipper fastening. Okay. The head torch runs on a copper coil battery. There's boots and breeches, and the waistcoat has enough pockets to carry a dining set. To be sure, it's a sandhog uniform. Okay. Try it on. So what if I tear the seams? It's not like someone's missing this pile of rags. Easing into the raiment, I draw up the back zipper until my elbows refuse to bend. Give up. This is just embarrassing. I'll leave it for a human or dwarf. What else did we have? Manhole cover, gears and cogs, a moldy crate. Spare bits and bobs from a clockwork engine. I could hawk these to an engineer. Yeah, gather the gears. Might be useful. There's the moldy crate. A battered crate moldering in a sewer grime. Yeah, sure. Very nice. It caves in with a crack and a cloud of fetid dust. Don't cough, someone will come and beat the bushes. Oh boy. Catching on the moldy dust cloud, my chest heaves with a coughing fit. Spiteful crate, should have never opened it. Hold, is that footsteps?
Darn it!
Footsteps, maybe. It's hard to say. Haven't seen a soul, save for that gin soak at the entrance. Let's hope it was only him. By some blessing, it seems nobody heard me, but I should know how to stifle a coughing fit. Shouldn't a mage have a kerchief? It was in my other waistcoat. Any more looting like this and I'll need a face mask. If I meet another Minotaur, they might have a spare. A good lot of us live in the underground. Enough rumination. Let's see what's in that crate. I can't hardly see what I'm reaching for, but here goes. Nothing in here but a cold piece of metal. It's a pry bar. I can make good use of this. Yeah, that's always useful. Watch it, there's somebody on the stairs. With that head torch, he could be on patrol. I don't suppose he takes kindly to trespassers. He's coming double quick. Where can I hide? There's a pool of shadow at the back of this hallway. Let's see if I can't stay hidden. Awesome. Well, surprised myself with this physique. It's a wonder he didn't see me. A disc of wrought iron loosened by a crack. I've got a tool to open this. It's a heavy bugger, even with a tool. How about the pry bar? Should get the cover off. Yeah, definitely. Bully, that steel bar was the ticket. Just needed a little leverage. Hidden cache? There's a latched compartment below the manhole cover, but it's padlocked too tightly to break. Locked? Well, there's surely a mound of tin inside. Easy now. Don't slip into a maze. Keep looking. There has to be something here. My fumbling hands come up empty. How about I reach back in the corners? A sudden pain jolts through my hand. There's a cane rat making a home down there. No chance that rat's getting the best of me.
Woo! Dead rat.
And stealing myself, I reach inside again. Bully, it's a £1 banknote. Nice. At last a bit of fortune. It's torn, but it'll do. Alright. Let's check this steamer trunk. A brass-banded traveling trunk with sturdy corners, fit for a long voyage. It's out of place down here. There's tin inside, I'm sure of it. But the padlock has a carbon steel shackle and pin tumblers triple reinforced. Yeah, try opening it with the pry bar. Nice. What's this? A bottle of gin I've yet to try? The fates have been kind for once. Especially kind, for they also provided me with lots of capital. Nice. £2. And a few cigarettes to round out the package. Bully. It's not every day you get this stuff for free. Very nice. Search high and low for unique types of gin. Sure. Hello, automaton.
Speak up. Who disrupts the air?
I'm a famous magician, but in the underground you mustn't have heard of me.
I love magic. Whenever I bend the heat to a proper boil, sometimes I fancy myself a firemancer. My name's Hera.
The letters Hera are blazoned on its chest plate. Ask for the fire, acronym, barrels. Ask for the way out. Ask about the fire. Keeping the fire stoked, I see. Do you enjoy it?
I delight in my work. I was made for it, and this boiler provides heat for the Sherlock tenements upstairs. The sweated laborers resting toasty from my efforts. It's a fuzzy, warm, static feeling.
Ask about the acronym. Hera, what does it stand for?
Heat Energy Regulation Automaton, the latest iteration.
Ask about the barrels. These barrels along the walls, what are they filled with?
Oh, well, they're full of gin. The hounds are distilling it with the heat from my boiler, and somehow the Sherlock tenements upstairs haven't caught on.
Those people must be freezing. It's only autumn now, but it feels like midwinter. I'd rather have the extra gin. It brings down the price, and we can always deal with a little cold. A lot of my ilk came up from those tenements. I couldn't face the dock hounds alone. It's hard enough keeping my own head above water. Hey, they won't be easily swayed. Bootlegging is a regular tin press. Press for information? What else do you know about the gin barrels?
The steam gets siphoned and the barrels come and go. Some are fresh and some have stood for several months. Ready for a swiller.
The machine is keeping track. Automatic circuits indeed.
When the flame is healthy, I turn my attention to the walls, and before I know it, I'm whirring away. It's a queer feeling.
If the hounds are stealing steam, then it's good reason to steal some of their bootleg for myself. If you say so.
I'm not fit with a virtue circuit, but if you've convinced yourself you're clear of any moral infidelity.
Where would I find a barrel that's aged a few months? Actually, I'd rather know the way out aside from heading back upstairs. Yeah, let's go for that one.
Behind the furnace, there's something of a staging area. That's where the barrels get carried out. Have a look for yourself, but I must get back to work.
Behind the furnace? Barrel of moonshine. A barrel like any other, standing upright. Looks ready for shipping out. This'll take the edge off. But my hands are shaking. Maybe I'd better not, no. Don't want to be sloshed. Guess I'm gonna have to go to the sewer? Embers burning fiercely as if by the jewel-bright core of every flame on earth. Hot coals banked with an unsurpassed dexterity. Errors all but eliminated. Nothing to do here but stare at the flames. I've had enough of this. Well, that was therapeutic. As you play, you'll accumulate humors. When a humor bar is filled, the associated attribute will increase by 1. Each humor is related to an aspect of your being and will increase the more you indulge or exercise that part of you. Okay. My animal instinct, my wit. I should try to get some more wit done. Self-discipline and spryness. Edging through the grate, you're greeted by the droning sound of rushing water and a smell that's near unbearable, hanging in the air so thick you can almost taste it. Hooves are clumsy in the dark as you stumble along the passageway, the sound of water flow and machinery echoing off the bricks from all directions, a meshing of gears that's familiar but unsettling. Following the light, you come into a torchlit chamber, but it seems you're not alone. Notes of troubled voices peek over the noise, an air of indignance and irritation, but also of fear and desperation. Something's not right here. You've stumbled on an argument, no doubt, but worse than that is a deep foreboding. Something else shares these sewers, a deeper evil crawling through the bowels of London. That doesn't sound good. Alright. Locked passage. It's unfortunate. A patrolman. Okay. A welter of bricks and rotting planks blocking the way through. No sense dulling my cane sword for this. I'll never get through this way. Yeah. No point in doing that. Just like the game suggested. I mean, I'm not a fan of that patrolman. I mean, I seem to have to pass by him. A patrolman up ahead. Don't flex a muscle.
Who's that creeping in the shadow light? State your business.
A cyclops with a pike spade, standard issue for sewer work.
The area is off limits, layman. Besides, you're not dressed for it.
He's full of piss and vinegar, but also full of poppycock. I'll wager his authority is a claim and nothing more. Already have the stranger to worry about. Am I up to challenging this lanky bloke as well? Okay, so I can't do that one. Apologize and ask for the way out. Pardon me, I'm just looking for the way out, sir.
Captain. Of the pump house, that is.
Pardon me, Captain, but as I said, I'm just looking for the way out. Don't mean to trespass.
Sorry, mate. Nowhere to go but the way you came.
Dash it all. But if he does know the lay of the land, then it might be worth a few more questions. Ask about the argument? Understood, Captain. How about that scuffle down below?
Well, the tall fella holds weight with the hounds. I shouldn't like to interfere.
Keep asking for the way out. Surely there's another way out, perhaps towards the pump house?
Off limits. Besides, she's locked down for maintenance. If I were you, I'd head up street side before the morning doves.
Right then, Captain. I'll just be on my way. The pump house captain breathes a sigh of relief, eager to get back to his patrol. They're still arguing, but move any further and they'll notice me. There's a door just beyond where they're standing. That'd be one way to escape this ruddy mess. If I turn back, I might find a place to eavesdrop. I should check that ledge that's cropping out above them. I'd better look around first while I have the chance. A barrel perches on the ledge while the argument rages. I can hide up here and watch the dispute. Yep, eavesdrop. Let's have a listen.
You'll pad me pockets until I said die.
He's hounding this poor girl for capital. Only a ladsman would stoop so low, and if so, then she must be a cutpurse.
I'm sick of stealing, and I'm sore of begging all the more. It's shameless.
Doesn't seem like a fair fight, and she might come to harm if I don't step in. Sure, go down there and break it up. I'm too far away to be of service from up here. Better head downstairs. Now then, shall we straighten this fellow out? I'll have to face him sooner or later. Looks ready for a fight. Yeah, let's do that. I'll wait for the right moment. No need to flash the steel if I don't have to.
How about an inside tip? You know I'm in well with the oddsman. Keep your crooked tips. You were supposed to shelter us, pay us, and protect us, but I wager there's a future for me beyond London. The only way you'll leave London is in bits and pieces floating down the Thames.
She flashes her eyes at me. Some kind of signal? I can try for a clean cut between the shoulder blades, but what if he's quicker on his feet than he looks? Sure. Attack the ladsman.
Nice.
He's done more than enough. It's time to set him straight, but I must find balance with the blade before I strike. Channeling the agile stirk of old, I leap to my full length. This might be the killing blow. Howling like a cheap trollop, he's at my mercy now, an animal doomed for slaughter. Finish the job. You've brought enough suffering to the world.
Please, just fetch a physician. I'll pay whatever you're after.
His neck is no match for a stroke of my cane sword. A well-placed hoof to his feeble chest, and he's bubbling in the riptide of bilge beneath London.
Good nod to dispose of him. Better not leave a mess for the bobbies to ask about.
One less double-dealing scoundrel. Glad to be rid of him.
Thanks for the assistance. My name is Annika Johansson.
Pleased to be acquainted. I'm Atticus Daly.
That layout did show us how to make a living, but there was never any future for us, so I'm thinking of joining a circus that travels around Europe.
I loved the circus when I was younger, snuck in through the back fence where the animals were kept.
I'm not sure if I love it, but it seems to be a way out.
A sadness in her voice like a heavy rain at sea, damp and in the bones. What's your talent then?
Throwing knives?
Where the wheel is spun and a living target is skillfully avoided.
I practiced with Bertram till he disappeared. Now I don't know whether to look for him or leave the city.
What is it you still need my help with?
It's about Bertram. If he's alive, I'd like to say goodbye before I leave with the circus.
Bertram, a close friend?
My best in the city. If he's alive, I'd like to say goodbye before I leave with the circus.
If you don't get to the bottom of it, you might regret it forever. Advice I should have taken myself. That's right, there was a woman once. When I was living in Galway. No, it's too painful. Besides, the girl is starting to stare.
Sir? You were drifting off there.
Only a momentary lapse, I assure you.
Is there any chance you'd help me find Bertie? He went missing along with his sister Julie.
Bloody hell, why not?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Daly. It isn't much, but take these cogs for your troubles. I'll see what I can find for myself, and then I'll meet with you and we can share information, like police specials.
Sure. Bully, I'd make a fine detective.
Bertram and I were living down here, but now the water is too high to get to our hidey hole. With so many of us going missing, I'd better move on anyway.
What about the hidey hole?
We had a little safe house behind the retaining wall, but now with the pump house being serviced, the water's too high to get there.
I wish I could help, but I'm not much good with engineering.
No worries, thanks anyway. You're still welcome to anything we left in there. How can I find you should we need to meet again?
Give her your card to keep in touch. Take my visiting card in case you need to get in touch with me. I'm not often home, but you can leave a message with Anselina in the shop below my quarters.
Of course, Mr. Daly. Together, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this.
Anyway, this is where I will end this video. This has definitely been a very interesting game. One that I might look into some more. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!